Locking in, it isn't discipline. It's borrowed identity. It's called the identity snapback. And it's why you keep falling off around day 9. Not because you're weak, not because you lack willpower, but because every time you lock in, you're trying to act like someone you don't still believe that you are. So for a week, maybe 10 days, you force it. You become the 5 a.m. guy. You become the no junk food guy, the no phone after 9 guy. And it feels like progress, but here's the problem. It's not identity yet. It's performance. Because underneath all of it, you still believe you're the guy who falls off. The second your energy drops, your schedule breaks, or life hits hard, you don't fall apart, you snap back. And until you understand why, you'll keep repeating the same cycle. You'll lock in, fall off, feel guilty, and start over. And you'll call it discipline. But it was never discipline. And here's what's really happening. When you lock in, you're using willpower to override who you believe you are. And that works for about a week because willpower has a battery, and the battery is small. Imagine holding a beach ball under the water. You can hold it down, you can force it, you can keep pressure on it, but the second you get tired, it shoots back up. Your old identity is the beach ball. Locking in is your hand, and what you're holding down eventually comes back up. That's why you snap back every time. Now, that's not a discipline failure, that's an identity problem. You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're not incapable of changing, you're just using the wrong tool. Willpower can start the change, but identity is what sustains it. And this is where most people get it backwards. They try to lock in so they can become disciplined, but real discipline works the other way around. You become the kind of person who follows through, and then discipline becomes natural. Not easy, natural. And there's the difference. Locking in is something you do. Becoming is who you are. Locking in requires constant hype. Becoming gets quieter and steadier the longer you live it. The version of you that has to lock in every Monday is exhausted because he's trying to prove something he doesn't believe yet. But the version of you who has become that person just gets up because that's what he does, because that's who he is. So here's the fix. Stop trying to become a new person through intensity. Start becoming a new person through proof. And proof doesn't come from a journal. It doesn't come from another Monday morning routine vow. It comes from one thing. Tomorrow morning, when the alarm goes off, your only job is this: feet on the floor before your brain gets evoked. That's it. Not a perfect morning routine, not a heroic transformation, just feet on the floor. Because in that 2-second gap, you're going to decide the version of you who's real. The one who keeps his word, or the one who's in the bed. And every time you keep that promise, you close the gap between who you say you are and who you actually believe you are. That's where discipline starts. Not in hype, not in another Monday morning promise. Discipline starts when your identity has proof. And you don't rise to discipline. You fall back to identity. But here's the catch. You can't fall back to an identity you don't trust. And if you've broken too many promises to yourself, the problem isn't discipline. It's that you don't believe yourself anymore. So in the next video, I'll show you how to rebuild self-trust one promise at a time. Watch that next video here.